welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to all your wonderful love and support. Guys, I was watching a video this morning. You know the way you wake up and you click on your YouTube channel and this video was recommended to me, maybe because I love this kind of topic, but this video was recommended to me, and as I click on it and as I started watching this video, oh my days, the most interesting thing I have ever seen in my life. So it's about this woman who has been married for 18 to 20 years, and finally she's getting a divorce, and she was just talking about her experience and what she has learned and what marriage has taught her about, you know, staying in marriage when things are going wrong, when you're being abused, when you're not in a happy marriage, you're made to stay there because of, you know, culture and because of one thing or the other. And the title of this video alone just got me to click on it. It is "Stop Praying for Your Cheating Husband." Like, there is no better title. Stop praying for your cheating husband. Guys, I watched this video from the beginning to the end. This video was nearly 1 hour. It was like 50 something minutes, but it is a lesson. There's something that when you're listening to somebody who has gone through a difficult time and has learned from that time, and now sharing and teaching other women how not to, you know, be in this situation, how not to tolerate this kind of behavior, how not to let yourself stay in a marriage that you're not wanted, unhappy marriage, abusive marriage. This video was a lesson. Like, I feel like every African woman should watch this video, because you know how we are brought up, you know what our culture has said to us, you know what our community has said to us, you know what they have said to us. In order to be a woman, in order to be happy, you have to do some certain things. You have to abide by the law. You have to abide by the rules and regulation. I feel like every African woman should go and watch this, because I promise you, you will learn one or two things from this video. I am going to leave the link below. And even if you're not a woman, if you're an African man, this video can also benefit you, because I feel like you will learn how to be a better man. You will learn how to be a better husband. You learn how to treat your wife like a king, like a queen. You learn so much from this woman. Like, this video this morning just got me, like, I feel some certain way after watching this video. Number one, I feel happy because I feel like our journey as an African woman is still far away, okay? But I feel like we're getting there. I feel like we're learning from our mistake. I feel like we're gathering our lesson, and we're trying to teach the new and young generation how not to be where we are, because of the culture and the tradition has taught us to tolerate nonsense, whether we're happy or we're not happy. As I was watching that video, I was jotting some few stuff down. Guys, please go watch this video. I'll leave a link below. You will absolutely love this video. So as I was watching that video, I was jotting some few stuff down, because she was ticking all the boxes. She made sense from the beginning of this video till the end of this video. So let me start. I have a paper. If you see me, like, I jot front and back. This was how interesting this video was. I'm going to be reading from what I have jotted. If you see me bending down, just know that I am reading. So number one thing that immediately she said it, I was like, yes, girlfriend, yes, say it loud and say it clear. We get married for the wrong reason, basically. For her, she said she got married because she was pregnant. And you know our culture, that whenever we are pregnant or you get pregnant out of wedlock, you're already thinking of the embarrassment, the shame, the everything that you're bringing to your family. Even if you don't love this man, even if you don't want to be in a marriage with this man, you automatically thinking, okay, I have to get married to this man because of the shame, because of the embarrassment. You do not want to embarrass your family. You don't want your family to disown you. You don't want the community to see you as a rotten egg. You don't want community to see you as, look at her, she's a prostitute. She went and sleep with a man and get married to him. You guys know I've talked about this in my channel. you went and go and sleep with a man and married to without the man getting married. But the thing is that they shame women, they shame us, but they forget about men. They forget about that person who got us pregnant, because they can get us pregnant and walk free. So the shame alone, this is why she said don't get married for the wrong reason. Because if you get married for the wrong reason, you will regret it all your life. Number one reason, she said, is don't get married because you got pregnant by a man, by this man. You and this man are not compatible. You and this man does not have a good vibe, but you automatically in your head as a woman, you're thinking, okay, now I have to go and marry this man because I don't want to bring shame to my family. So you can't even say no. Even if you don't love this man, you have to marry this man. Okay. And another thing she said is that when you're getting older, I talked about this in my channel as well, about my cousin. This I have seen, like this I have witnessed, about my oldest cousin called Rita. She got married because of age. Once you're passing 20 something, 25, 26, you're already thinking, oh my God, I need to get married, I need to get married, I need to get married. And a majority of time, because of that pressure, because of all this, that you end up getting married to the wrong person, to the wrong man, to somebody who doesn't love you, to somebody who doesn't adore you, to somebody who doesn't value you as a wife. So these are the wrong reasons. There's so many other wrong reasons that you shouldn't get married for. Get married for the right reason. Wait for the right time. Even if it's not on your 20, even if there is no rush. The most important thing that is you get married to somebody that is compatible, to somebody that that loves you, that truly value you, that truly want you, that truly appreciate you, somebody that you wake up to every morning and feel blessed and lucky to be there with. Okay. Number 2 topic that I took from her is that she said, you see, at the early stage of your marriage, you see the red flag. You can see it. It's flagging. It's ringing like a bell. Da 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 da. Bam 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 bam. You can see the red flag. But because of our surrounding, because of the environment where we are, because of our surrounding, you intend to ignore that red flag. She says she saw it. You can see the red flag from the beginning, but because of our surrounding means our culture, where we are, community, friends, family, everything that surrounds you tells you can't leave that marriage. It doesn't matter how the red flag is flagging. It doesn't matter how that bell is ringing so loud. You can't seem to get out of this marriage. But yes, we do see the red flag. The red flag is there. That red flag, if you see it, take it and run away, because this man will never change. You can see the red flag from the beginning. You can see it. The most touchy one that took my breath away is, if a man cheats, that man has made up his mind to cheat. He has decided that he's going to cheat. Okay? Majority of the time if a man cheats, which I have talked about in my videos, if a man cheats, we take our problems to our family. We go discuss it to our mother, our family. We discuss it. Some people that have churches, they discuss it with the church member. She said at the early stage, when the cheating started, discuss it with the church, they will call the man will say, I will never cheat again, and then 3 months later the man is cheating again, 5 months later the man is cheating again, 1 year later the man is cheating again. But cheating, and you said the church will always tell you to pray. Even your mother will also tell you to pray, but God does not answer those kind of prayers, she said, because it is a decision. It's not a curse. It is a decision. He has made up his mind that he's going to cheat. She says sometimes women are frustrated because God is not answering them. But no, God is not answering that prayer. Not that God is not answering your prayer. God is not answering that prayer. You shouldn't be praying for a cheating husband, because prayer cannot cure what he has. It's not a disease. It's not something that prayer can cure. So majority of the time, you take your problem to the church, to your family, and they'll tell you, oh, stay where you are, don't worry, pray, he's going to change. Like, seriously? Like, keep praying. You will pray from the beginning of your marriage to the end of your marriage. You will keep praying, you will keep crying, you keep begging God to save your husband, to change him, to do this. But he has made up his mind. It is a decision, it is a choice. He has made up his mind to cheat. There is nothing prayer can do there. Prayer cannot save a cheating husband. And often, this woman, they will live in sorrow, they will live in pain, they will live in sadness, they will keep praying from the beginning of their marriage till the day they die. They will keep praying so that God will save their cheating husband. Another thing she said is that our women, we African women, we stay in unhappy marriage, abusive marriage, marriage that you don't want, marriage that is not making you, marriage that is frustrating your life, because of what people are going to say about you, because of what the community, the culture are going to say about you. That is why we end up staying in those marriages that doesn't make us happy, that where the man is abusing, cheating, doing all sorts of things to us, we stay in that marriage because of our surrounding. And she said it is also a taboo for you to speak about what you're going through. You're going through this in silence, you're going through this in pain, you're dying inside, because it is a taboo for you to come out and say, you can't say it to other people. You might say it to your mother, you might say it to your pastor, but you can't come out as a woman and start saying, my husband is cheating, my husband is doing this, it is a taboo for you to, even if when your husband is beating you, you can't come out and say it, because it is a taboo for you to come in public and blast your husband. You keep buckling it in and you keep dying in silence. And she said another mistake that we make as an African woman is to stay in this marriage because of our kids. Because of, we don't want our kids to be fatherless. You don't want to raise the kids by yourself. You don't want to be a single mother, because of, go back to the taboo of being leaving your husband and is a taboo. All those things are seen as a taboo. So majority of the time, she said, we stay in this marriage for our kids, not to be called names, for our kids. But what she has come to realize is you staying in that marriage is not helping your children. It's not helping your kids. It's not helping nobody. You're actually teaching your girls that it is okay for a man to kick you about. It's okay for a man to treat you like trash. It's okay for a man. You're transferring all those things to your kids, and you're teaching your boys that it's okay for them to also kick their wife about. It is okay for them to also treat their wife as a shit. So what are you really trying to teach your kids by staying in this marriage? Because majority of the time, we women, we are afraid that, if we leave, that our kids are not gonna be happy. But are they truly happy where they are? Are they truly happy in this kind of environment? Are they truly happy looking at you all the time, getting beaten by their father and all that? Are they truly happy? And the most important thing is that they are learning. Kids learn from this kind of stuff. They learn, they are picking up all these things, and this is why this thing goes on from generation to generation, because you stay there, you teach your kids it's okay, you teach your girls it's okay to stay in this marriage, and you teach your boys it's okay for them to also treat another woman like that. So what exactly are we trying to teach our children by staying in this kind of marriages? And also another thing that she said that makes us, she was talking about where she is at the moment. She said another thing that makes women to stay in this marriage is churches and school. She said some churches, if a woman has some kind of position in the church, because she's married, if you divorce your husband, they're going to take that position from you. Immediately you divorce your husband, immediately you don't have a husband, then you're no longer entitled to hold that position. Let's say you're, a very respectful somebody in the church, a very senior member in the church, and then all of a sudden you divorce your husband. They're going to take those positions away from you. You're no longer holding that position. She said it's one thing that makes a woman to stay in that marriage, because she doesn't want her church member to see her as a divorcee or something, or she doesn't want to lose the position that she is in the church. Because here in Europe we don't really care, okay? But back home that church is a big thing. Church is, you have to belong in some kind of a group or something in the church. Is where women gather and have their meeting and all that. So is a big thing. Here you might know, you're like, oh, church or whatever, but it is a big thing to women back home. She said some school will actually send your children out of school. They will actually stop your kids from attending the school because you're a divorcee. Like, seriously? What is going on? Like, what is actually going on? So all these things are teaching our African women to stay in abusive marriage. The church will disown you. The school where your kids are going will, make your kids look like an outcast because you're a divorcee. Like, we need to start changing the system. We need to start changing the attitude towards women. So all this stuff are thrown to women. But the man, what happens to the man? Like, the man that is doing all this thing to you, the main reason why you left your marriage was what the man was doing to you. But the man is not gonna get the same treatment as a divorcee man. He should not be allowed to have whatever he has in the church, isn't it? But the community throw all these things to women, not to the man. Because if the man are getting their own fair share of this blaming and treatment, they will also learn how to treat their wife good and stay in a good marriage. But because of all this stuff are not thrown to men, they behave anyhow they want, they treat their women anyhow they want, because the community, the culture and everything in between always point finger at women when their marriage break. What happened to the man? Okay, they make it look like it is a woman's fault. They make it look like it is a woman's fault that the marriage broke. This is from her mouth exactly what she said. They make it look like it is a woman's fault. Because your marriage broke, you must be a terrible wife. You must be a bad woman. You must be this. You must be that. What about the man? That thing she said, sometimes some women die in this marriage, and people will blame them. Those women that stay in that marriage and still, you see, there's nothing you do in our community for you to be a good person. Sometimes women that die in this marriage, people will blame them. They will say, why didn't you speak out? Why didn't you blah blah blah? Why didn't you blah 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 blah? But women that are speaking out, women that are asking for help, women that are speaking, nobody is giving them that help. Nobody is providing the help. Nobody is, making them feel okay for speaking out. Or the only thing they will do is to blame them, point finger at them, laugh at them, do all sorts of nonsense to them. But they will also blame a woman who didn't speak up, who stayed in that marriage, get beaten and die. And when the person died, you should have just speak out. You should have just say it. You should have just come out from your marriage. Are you seriously kidding me? But when they speak out, you will end up laughing at them. You end up chasing them away. You end up making them look like an outcast. You end up making them look like a terrible demon. This is why women die in this marriage, because of our community, because of our culture. It's terrible. It's ridiculous. It's wrong. Another thing she pointed out so well is that there is no help for women. There is no help for women in Africa. There is no help for women in our community. Let's say if a woman decides to leave her husband, there is no help. Whereby here, if you leave your husband, you get help from the government, you get help, you get help to get yourself started, you get help. But if you leave your husband back home, you end up sleeping on the street. Or going back to your father's house, people are laughing at you. So there is no help. This is why women stay in this source of marriage, because there is no help. If they leave, nobody's gonna offer them any help. They'll end up sleeping on the street with their kids. Nobody's gonna offer them anything for a start. So all these things they will think about. They're like, how can I survive if I leave this man? It's not that her life is sweet with the man, but if I leave this man, how do I survive? How do I feed my kid? How do I make ends meet? How do I start? Nobody is offering them any help for a starter, because if there is help that is provided for this woman, women will stand up and live and stand up and go fight for themselves and their kids. But there is no help. Like, this video touches me in so many ways, because I have known people that went through this kind of thing. I have known people that have died in this kind of thing. My cousin is a good example. Like, she died in this kind of thing because what people will say, because of the shame, because if she leaves, where will she get a help? There's so many things that we need to start addressing. There's so many things that we need to start talking about. And I'm so happy. I am so happy because women are now, getting the courage. African women are now getting the courage to leave. But the battle ahead is still strong. We're still fighting a serious battle ahead. Let me use myself an example. There is a video where I was talking about what was I talking about? Hold on, let me look at that video. I think I was talking about marriage is not an achievement. Hold on, let me find what I was talking about. Yeah, I was talking about marriage is not an achievement. Okay, let me find the comment. So one person came to that video. This is why we African women, we don't speak out. This is why we shut up and die in silence, because if you speak out, the community will shame you for speaking out. One person came in that comment and said, just because your marriage fell, your husband left you, doesn't mean it is not achievement. Marriage is beautiful. Can you see what we're dealing with? Okay, I came and I laugh. I say, haha. You are I called his name. I said, you are a very sad individual. My marriage did not fail. My husband did not leave me. He is here by myself. I said, yes, marriage is beautiful. But it doesn't mean that 16 years old girl should be thinking about only marriage, not going to school and becoming something in life. It doesn't mean that when a lady in her 30s, if she's not married yet, she shouldn't be happy. Also, it doesn't mean that when a woman is in an abusive relationship, she shouldn't leave. And sometimes when women in an abusive relationship, they are so scared to leave because of what people like you will say to them. This is why African women were so scared. This is why, because there is somebody out there who will come and point. Immediately, what this person assumes is that my marriage has failed. Immediately, when they see you speaking out, they think you're a bitter person, isn't it? When a woman speaks out, they think you're bitter. That's what, even she said it in her video. They think that you're bitter. They think that you're sad. They think because of your marriage fell, blah blah. No. You're speaking out because the injustice is ridiculously real. It is in your face. Everything that is in our culture has positioned in such a way to favor men. It has positioned in such a way to make them feel on top of the freaking world. It has positioned in such a way that they will be stepping on us, stepping on our head, doing all sorts of nonsense to us. It is our culture, tradition, and the community, our surrounding has made it in such a way that even if you're passing this through, all these things, you cannot speak out because they will see you as a bitter. That's what he said to me. Because of your marriage, you fell. This is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with this kind of nonsense, you know. You have to go watch that video. I'm still speechless as an African woman. I'm still very speechless, and it's a very touchy topic for me. Okay, I'm still so speechless. We need to start educating our girls. We need to start changing the culture. We need to start changing the story. We need to start writing a new story for new African women. We need to start empowering, building African women. We need to start teaching our young girls. Marriage is not everything. There's so much more in life than dying in an abusive marriage. And we need to start teaching our women that it is okay to speak out when things are going wrong. It is okay to walk away when you are in unhappy marriage. Anyway, guys, this is where today's video is going to end. Please go watch that video. That video is really interesting. If you have the time to, just click on that video and watch it, and I promise you will not be disappointed. Why I am encouraging people to go watch it, because I feel like we have to start speaking on this topic. We have to start talking about it more. We have to, like, when I made that video, marriage is not an achievement, I won't lie, it took a lot from me to upload that video, because I know that the community that I'm from will turn around and judge me for it. I know it. Okay? I'm not stupid. I know where I'm from. I know that the community will turn around and judge me for it. It took a lot for me to upload that video. But this has showed me that we are not talking more about it. We need to really open up and talk more about it. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all on my next one. Bye.